Hi, I'm Beth with TB Properties Buys Land. Today I'm going to discuss how to keep your transaction secure when selling your rural vacant land to a land investor. Now, right now it's that time of year where, in addition to all the greeting cards that are coming in the mail, you're also seeing property taxes that are due. On top of that, you've probably got plenty of Christmas shopping to do for your family and friends, and you're wondering, why am I spending money on a property that I'm not even using anymore? There's so many other better things that you can be doing with that property. So why do people use a land investor versus going the traditional route of using a realtor? For one, they get cash quickly, okay? So when you put your property on the market, as you already know this, when you're working with a realtor, there's no guaranteed price that you're going to get for your property, and there's no guaranteed time period when you'll sell your property. Add that to the market changes that we're seeing right now. If you look at the housing market, they're not selling as quickly, the values are dropping, rates are going up, it's harder to get a loan. Now, I'm not saying this is the end of the world, I'm just saying it's slowing down the market. So it might take longer for you to sell your vacant land with a realtor. And you don't know, again, maybe you list it at a price, but you don't know what value you're gonna come back with. Working with a real estate investor, they give you a cash offer, or at least TB Properties Buys Land does. We're going to give you a cash offer. We close through a title company. You get paid quickly, and you know exactly what you're going to come back with, okay? But how do you know you're going to get paid and it's not going to be scam, okay? So there's so many scams right now. What do you do to protect yourself? The first thing that I would say to do is always make sure that you totally understand the purchase agreement, okay? If it's really long and confusing, if there's fine print, if you're not exactly sure what all the closing costs are and who's covering those, you need to make sure that you find out, get answers to those, and make sure that those answers are in writing in that contract. If you don't understand it, make sure it's rewritten so that you do understand it. If you need to get professional help, do it. The last thing you want is to get scammed when it comes to selling your property because you didn't do your due diligence and read and understand that contract fully. That's one of the reasons that we here at TB Properties Buys Land have a very simple one-page purchase agreement. We want to make sure that you feel comfortable and that you understand every word on that purchase agreement, okay? So another important thing is to find out how exactly they're going to close on that property. How are you going to get paid? So we pay cash, but we also close through a title company. Some real estate investors will insist on closing, or what they call self-closing, where maybe they hire a notary, a third person to show up. They notarize the deed that you're signing in front of that notary, but that notary is supposed to give you a check for the purchase of your property, okay? So there's a couple things that could go wrong in that situation. If that check is not certified funds in the form of a bank check, cashier's check, or say a money order, if this is like a really low value property, it's not guaranteed funds. If somebody gives you a personal check, that could bounce, right? So you want to make sure that there are sufficient funds in that account, and you don't have to worry about that with a bank check. Now, with a title company, they are the good third-party intermediary. They're going to make sure the property, all the paperwork's done correctly. They're going to verify that this is your property. This is the property. It's not something else. It's not your home that's being sold instead of your, cheaper piece of land. You'll have that all in their title paperwork. And also what's really important is that they only accept certified funds from us as the buyer. So we're going to have to wire funds directly from our bank or send over a cashier's check from the bank to their account. Once those funds are in their account, they've cleared, then they are certain that everything's done and the paperwork's in, of course. Then they'll be able to release funds to you as the seller, and then they'll be able to convey the property to us. So it's really important that you cover yourself, one, by understanding that contract, know what you're signing, and two, making sure that you close through a title company so that you know that you're going to get paid. There's a few other things that we can talk about, but these are the first two things that I would say to make sure that they'll help you have a secure transaction when selling to a real estate investor like TB Properties Buys Land. But if you have specific questions, please feel free to reach out to us. We're always happy to answer those questions across email, phone call, or through our website. We look forward to working with you and hope you have a wonderful, happy holiday season. Thanks again.